very much hoping for something clean and of measure in this time round. The Martyrs of Benina Stadium, formerly the Hugo Chavez Football Stadium, and it will host Sudan. Just the two changes that we can note from the last match out. Ahmed Mahmoud comes in, the number 18 in the midfield area, and it's Mohamed Ahmed Said, the number 3, who can also play in midfield. He starts the match. So looking at that familiarity of the back line, at least, it is Abdel Rahman Kuku who will drop out for Sudan. The centre-back, at least on the bench, Mustafa Kharshum, rather, as the two captains, Ramadan Agab and Mohamed Kudus, for today shake hands. And here is the Ghana starting lineup. It is just the one change. They're looking for that penetration up top, and Inaki Williams has been called upon to try and provide that. The 30-year-old, who may feel that he hasn't quite produced in terms of goal output for Ghana over the years since his inclusion into the squad, but now a crucial opportunity, and that does of course mean that Andre Ayew is, or rather not Andre Ayew, his brother Jordan is on the bench today. Jordan unable to recapture that form which saw him score a hat-trick in the World Cup qualifiers against the Central African Republic. Wasteful in front of goal last time out. That being said, it wasn't the worst of performances for Sudan, and Ota Addo is definitely going to be drawing on from that. He did say that he was quite confident, and he actually praised his team for the way that they had performed in their previous 2 matches, and that's despite the losses. Well, the one solitary loss to Angola, but it was a home loss, and that came as quite a monumental shock. In the way, Mohamed Mustafa, who had an absolutely stellar performance, and the game is already underway. Ghana kicking from left to right in their red kit, and Sudan in their white. Alidou Seydou with an early opportunity to just get a feel of the ball. Very two-footed, so is able to play with his right and left. That time taking the free kick with his left foot, and it just shows the confidence of the man. A real standout performance at right back, and also keeping the likes of Tariq Lamptey outside of the team, the Brighton man, who does often play in the fullback position, has to settle for a spot on the bench today. That throw just going over the top, and Ernest Nwama unable to chase it down. So a goal kick for Sudan. Ghana having travelled to Sudan on 6 occasions since 1970. And although they have returned with the 3 points on 3 occasions, the other 3 matches did end in defeat for the Black Stars. Their most recent visit, as mentioned, a 1-0 defeat where Mohamed Abdel scored for Sudan, and an early opportunity to make some inroads, but it is cut out by the defence of Ghana. Kudus with the touch now, and he's just steamrolled it over. Doesn't seem like there was a whistle heard by the referee, but it's just taken for granted that that was a free kick for Sudan. Kudus just trapped over the ball, and good work there from Wali Eldin Khirir. Again, it was an average game from Kudus in that number 10 position. That being said, with the youngster often taking the pressure on his shoulders for the Ghana national side, it's quite unfair to just pinpoint to him as the reason behind any kind of failures. It is a team effort, and now Ghana looking to rectify that. Here is Kudus, and just overstretches it. with the pass. It's decent work done by Sudan, and now they can take it out towards the touchline. Keeping possession in the right fullback position before it comes to Abuagla Abdallah. Now he's caught on it. Kudus working back to help, and ends up with Suleimane, who had a good debut for the Black Stars. The number 13 showing himself well, and still young, the Atalanta player. Now picked up in the right wing position from Nuama. Gets his head up, looks for options, and decides to go with his right boot. Sudan should clear this, and they do. It's just a route one clearance from Ramadan Agab. Now back onto the left wing here. Gideon Mensah was who just tried to get that delivery inside, but Sudan looking to break with numbers and at pace. This is Abdelrahman. And you can hear the excitement every time that they do get on the ball. Just like here, Ahmed Yusuf, it was in the left back slot to just cut that out. And Mohamed Abdelrahman played in the right wing against Ghana last time. Has just switched flanks for now, just to give Ali Duseidu a bit more of a headache. Now just dinked over into the midfield space, and should be easily dealt with. And here's Seidu on the ball. Tries to go long to find Williams. Sudan finished only a point behind Ghana back in 2020's qualification group. They've already won at home against Niger, so their supporters will feel confident that they can upset the Ghana inside that hasn't found its rhythm yet. But if they are to cause an upset, Sudan will likely have to score 2 goals to make sure that they topple Ghana. 3 of Ghana's last 5 matches have produced over 2.5 goals, so they do have some in them. Let's not forget, the Black Stars can find the net. And certainly with the delivery from the likes of Ali Duseidu. A long throw could be another weapon in the arsenal to make the most of that and get it over. It is headed away though. Maybe a chance for a last shot. And Ghana come again, but it did hit the referee, and he has to restart play. Merez Melki, the Tunisian official for today. That ball struck with a bit of venom by Gideon Mensah. It was well defended in the end, and now held up and picked up by Suleimane. Here's Mensah again. Back to the defense, Mohamed Salisu and Alexander Djiku, the Fenerbahce man and the Monaco player, familiar in the back line together. That's well controlled on the chest, and Ernest Nuama brings it back into the midfield. Ghana may still get this, but Sudan pick it off their feet, and they come charging forward. Djiku plays it back into the midfield. Here's Mamoun. Now the left back, Ahmed Yusuf, works it with Mamoun again, and it's the first dangerous foray forward for Sudan, and Lawrence Atizigi had to just watch his spaces. He got down pretty well though, the goalkeeper for Ghana. And now immediately they can break through Naki Williams. Williams just holding it up and earning inside a throw. Owusu couldn't really stamp his authority on the game last time. Hoping for a little bit more, taking that role that we normally associate from Thomas Partey. you see those two midfielders holding together, Ibrahim Suleimane and Elisha Owusu. Here is the latter, tries to dink it over the top for Williams, but it just comes the wrong side of him, and it's a foul given against the 30-year-old. Naki Williams has a few trophies under his belt as a Spanish Cup winner, and that happened 3 times. Well, the Spanish Copa del Rey and the Spanish Super Cup, but he's just caused a foul there, running over Ramadan Agab. Goal kick from Mustafa, who hasn't been tested quite yet. Now Ghana with the possession of the ball. Chiku goes out to his right wing, and it is Ernest Nuama who's seeing quite a bit of the ball so far. That's decent play from Seydou, just to maintain the possession. Salisu gives it out to the left back. Staying in midfield with Owusu. And trying to thread it through, but Sudan make the most of the slip, and now it's a 3-on-3 here. Driving forward. They could get the shot away, and has to be saved by Atizigi. He comes again, Abdelrahman. And Yusuf, and his pass is just cut out, and it's just a warning sign for the Black Stars, trying to keep the bodies forward. This time Ghana still managed to stay on the ball. That's very decent work there from the number 12. Number 42 rather, Antoine Semenyo. And Semenyo is still trying to put the pressure on the defense, and earns his side a throw-in. It's much better, and the Bournemouth man just showing a little bit more impetus. Forcing the throw-in from Mohamed Saeed Ahmed. Just seems like a change in the communication system for the referee. Just to look at this earlier chance, it was Mohamed Abdelrahman who just found himself in acres of space. Ghanaian defense doing everything they could to just close it down, and he did end up scuppering the shot, and ultimately Lawrence Atizigi made a good save. Kudus trying his best to get around the player, and he does manage to engineer a free kick from that move. Already there's a heightened sense of tension, and it seems to be spilling over onto the field. But at least that time around the players seem quite amicable ultimately, and it will still result in a free kick for the Ghanaians. Kudus there being completely hassled by Abu Agla Abdallah. Yalil Omdurman man all over the West Ham United player. Before a little bit of afters there with Gideon Mensah. But it is a free kick, and the referee keeps any kind of card in his pocket. Still made the journey all the way over from Accra. Full credit to the Black Star supporters, always some of the best in the land. But now the big question is what Mohamed Kudus can do in a striking position. Kudus right now making his 38th appearance for Ghana. He has 11 goals under his belt. What can Mohamed Kudus do with this free kick? It goes for goal and just over the bar. Unable to add to his tally there. It was a good idea, decent enough, but just couldn't get the dip on it. And you have to say that Mohamed Mustafa really had his angles covered at that point. No hint of an offside. It was a decent quality behind that strike. Mohamed Kudus, though, who hasn't scored since that brace against Egypt in the Africa Cup of Nations. And it still remains 0-0 now. Sudan trying to fashion a decent opportunity, but it does come the way of the Ghanaians once again. Two teams having crossed paths about 15 times across all competitions. Ghana has a 10-3 lead and the 2 draws in all of that. Hosts have won one of their last 5 games in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, and so they have to be wary. They've lost 3 and have failed to score 3 times as well. Ghana, though, have just won 1 in 6 games in the competition. And now Sudan picking up in midfield. And it's dealt fairly comfortably, though, by Mohamed Salisu. Here's Mensah. Just slowing down the tempo of the game before he passes it back into midfield. Here's Seydou. Seydou with a bad touch, and it goes back to the Sudanese. Quite tricky to cope with this artificial pitch, the AstroTurf here in Libya, and now Sudan come breaking again. There's men on this far side and goes for the right corner. Well, it seemed like a great save there from Atizigi once again. He's calling for the corner kick. Abubakar Mamoun cutting in and sending Jiku for a hot dog. And it was very much so a fantastic save. Difficult to get down in his bottom left here from Atizigi. The FC Saint-Germain man. Well, he got away with that, and it was given as a goal kick ultimately. Say got away with, but it was a fantastic save. And Sudan come again. They're putting all kinds of pressure on the Black Stars. This time Thierry goes into the center and just couldn't get his body over the ball. Chances coming for Sudan. At that time from Walid-Din Khidir. The 29-year-old just couldn't get his body position intact. Brilliant stuff from Saif Thierry. And you just feel that the midfield of Ghana was a bit slow tracking their man back. He had a shot there. And Kwesi Appiah and his side are well up for this. Well, thoughts for Otto Addo. 49-year-old. Still unable to find the form that he wants with this Ghanaian national side. Former trainer at Borussia Dortmund as well. Now Ernest Nuama trying to get around his man, but he does end up falling for the foul. Just another look at this move here. Brilliantly manufactured by Mamoun, getting the shot away, and it really did seem like a fingertip save from Atizigi was given as a corner, but two of the best chances so far in this match very much coming from the boots of the Sudanese. The Falcons of Jedian showing their quality, and just a reminder of why they are second in the group. Really has been a change in fortunes under the tutelage of QUALIFIER since he departed the managerial post at Ghana. 20 matches he had in charge of the Black Stars at a points per match ratio of about 1.65. Otto Addo is a bit less at 1.5, so, and currently 1.29. It's away from the work that Otto Addo has done to just try and steady the ship after the tempestuous storms that we saw earlier in the year. Here's Mohamed Kudus to Gideon Mensah, looking for Inaki Williams, but there's no one to flick the ball onto, and now Sudan pick it up in the midfield. Mamoun, who's playing a bit deeper than he was in the last match. He gets the ball just caught off of him, but lucky enough, goes out for a throw-in. Suleimana unable to keep that in play. Ahmed Youssef on the ball now. Goes back into the midfield, and that pass just a bit too heavy. Still gets it back, and Mohamed Kudus just appealing for the foul. Ghana retain possession. Adjust his formation, because that's not the first time that pocket of space has been picked up by the Sudanese. Finally, Ghana do manage to get it into a more profitable area. It's cleared out by the Falcons, and well controlled on the chest out wide. That's very decently done by Saif Terry. The ball just appeared to be rolling as it was taken. Ghana won't mind though, because they do have it back, but they have lost it almost immediately again. And a shove in the back means a free kick for Sudan. Ahmed Mahmoud just asking for a little bit more. Too bold in the tackle there, Eli Yozerman conceding a free kick, and another decent opportunity for Sudan to profit off of their height. They've got some tall players there, the likes of Abderrahman Kuku, Mohamed Said Ahmed. It looks like it will be Abdallah over the ball, otherwise it's the captain Agab. We'll see what's going on here. It is Ramadan Agab, 35-year-old, leading from right back. He's going to be taking this free kick. A right-footed free kick from deep. What can Sudan do here? And the referee just asking for calm. There's been a clash and a yellow card for Antoine Semenyo.